So this is my wooden safe. I built it was my very first YouTube video, I think. I built this, I think, about 3 years ago. I can't exactly remember now, but it's been a while, and I really want to upgrade it since there's a couple things I want to improve and also address about the plans and everything, which I will do at the end of the video.
If you haven't seen my first video yet, I recommend you to check it out first, otherwise some of the stuff here probably won't make much sense. The design of my safe is a combination safe between Matthias Vondel's plans for a safe and also the Nintendo's locking mechanism that I saw on YouTube. I am only going to make improvements to the mechanism and not the case, because I think the case is good enough.
So this is what the locking mechanism looks inside, and it is transparent so you can actually see it, which I really quite like. To be honest, I really like the way I've designed this. I don't think I've designed something as robust as this for a while now that has lasted this long. But you know, I think I can do better now since I've got a lathe and some of my techniques have improved. And there are a few things I want to improve. The very first thing that I really want to change is actually this piece of plastic. I want to try and use one that is thicker so that I can actually get more surface area in gluing these shafts in, so the glue doesn't just come undone and then you can see they're like coming apart. Another thing I really want to improve is the construction of the rotors here. You can see that there's actually 2 brushes to stop the rotors from accidentally turning, and that is because the friction between each rotor is enough to carry some of the rotors unintentionally when turning other rotors, and that tends to mess up the combination and make it really hard to open. The wooden shaft here behind these washers and inside that gear is also something I want to change. It is made out of the hardest wood that I had on hand 3 years ago, which is spotted gum, and it does work fairly well, but I want to change it to metal because the wooden shaft just has too much flex in it and I'm scared that it's going to break one day. Well, that came off. Looks like I do need to fix the case after all. A glue failure. Haven't had that in years. Now time to fix this bad boy up. So I'll start off with the plastic because quite frankly that's what the whole mechanism is essentially mounted onto. Now I've bought a pretty big piece of polycarbonate, but unfortunately it's not big enough. So the way I'm going to work around this is to cut it to width and use the piece of offcut to go here, and then just insert a piece of strip of wood here to kind of hide the seam and make it look like a feature, I suppose. Now the place that I want to set the joint here, I want it to mirror where the center of this shaft is, and that measures to be 80. Yes, about 80, and so I'll have to reduce it this much.
Now I can just copy the holes over to the new piece of plastic by using the old one as a template.
With the back panel done, I am now going to replace this wooden shaft with a metal one. I'll turn on the lathe. This metal shaft is actually from the Silent Table Saw project, as you'll recognize. With it turned to the right diameter, I can cut it to the right length and mount it the other way around to turn it. Nice. Now for the rod here, which holds all the rotors and stuff, Let me explain the problem. So the current situation looks a little bit like this. Now the problem is the MDF discs that acts as spacers are actually not fixed in place, and sometimes by turning the rotor like this, due to friction and contact with the MDF plate, it can turn the MDF as well. And by turning the MDF, it can also turn this plate as well, and that tends to messes things up. So the solution that I am probably going to take on is to try and fix the spacers onto the rod securely so that they can't turn by themselves.
The easiest way would be to just use some super glue and just glue them in place, but I decided I should just key them in case I need to take it apart again later in the future. So then I epoxied the shafts in, including the shafts for the smaller gears.
While that is drying, I've taken out the handle of the safe, and it kind of looks like this. I'm actually really amazed of how I made this in the past without a lathe. Anyway, so I want to change this knob because it is far too small. It's just not very comfortable to turn, and it's round, so it's kind of slippery. I'm still figuring out the design, but we'll see. I'm not very sure what makes a really cool handle, so I've decided on something really exotic. I'm going to make a gear into a handle. Now, because I didn't do anything to the back, I've got quite a bit of tear out, and the way I'm going to deal with this is to cut that layer off completely with the table saw. So the gear is supposed to fit here, but I also need a razor to raise it up a little bit, and just so that there's a little bit more room, and I'll just glue that in.
Now I can make the filler strip because the piece of plastic is a little bit too small, and that is going to be made out of wood. Try fitting it on.
And now I would actually glue in this piece of wood.
Then I can put on 2 coats of varnish on ordinary parts before assembling them.
Now the varnish is dry, I can finally reassemble this. This is going to be really exciting. Oh yes. Damn. Oh, that's hot. Will Smith, this is hot. Well, from memory, I know it is actually quite tricky to assemble, so I'm going to try and do it without messing up. This goes here. That probably should make a slightly looser fit, otherwise won't be able to get it out. And now time to put on the gears, and I have actually labelled which teeth lines up with which one, because quite frankly I think there's only one way it goes together. So I finally got this to work after... Stop filming my face. I don't look on the camera. So I finally got this to work after a bit of struggle. It's a little bit tight, but nothing that I can't fix, which is good. And so, yes, I think I'm gonna put this on now. Oh wait, I've got another thing. We need to get the screw in because it's such a special screw. Yes, I turned it deliberately for these. Oh yes, it aligns. I'm so scared it wasn't going to. Let's put it in. Oh, you have to press it in because it's really tight. Maybe get a hammer if you want.
No, I'm just scared it's gonna like break something.
No, you did it. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Just like
Keep pushing.
Oh, keep pushing?
No, like continuous pressure.
Push? Okay. Oh!
Push.
All the way? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
Done.
Oh. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, actually made something. So yeah, you have to screw this the right way. See the X here?
X.
Yes, there's a tiny little X mark.
X there? Oh,
Yes,
I see
there
it.
is.
Yeah.
There's a tiny X mark there.
Yeah.
And then you have to line it up with the
Oh,
X mark there.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So it's a bit above that
yes.
screw. Or
And-
it could be on the bottom.
No.
Is it going to be on the bottom?
No, it's here. It's right there. Just line that up with the screws as well. You got it.
Be.
Yeah, that's it. And then screw it up.
Screw it?
Yeah. No, that's Phillips one. There's a
Oh.
smaller one for the next one. Use this one. Phillips 2.
okay.
And you use the right one. Not like my dad who broke every Phillips one. An eternity later. I can totally put that meaning. Alright, next one. Next one is a handle area. Have the tip of each of all three screws pointing out. Have them, all of them point out. Like just a bit. See the three holes there?
Yeah.
They are drilled in a very, very unique and distinct way. You can see, like observe, like
Okay,
this
then.
one is closer
So
to
it's
the
like
center.
that, it's
Yes.
like
So you have to like, there's only one way it will fit, and you have to get it. Hold this from me. Don't let it turn at all. Yes, it does work.
That's so creepy.
Yes, with that, the safe is finally done. I think that's all the parts to it. Now it's time to figure out the combination. I don't know what I should show you guys yet because I don't even know what I should show Eric yet. But doesn't really matter since hopefully nobody breaks in. So the way that I figure out the number for my combination is actually by looking at it from the back and see where it fits and then recording down the number where it actually corresponds to. And that's how I do it because I think I cut all the slots out randomly and I fit in the rotors randomly as well, so it can be any combination. And by like switching the rotors, the order of the rotors around, it changes combination as well. So it's actually different from the last time. Yes, actually learn how combination works. Alright, record the number here.
Yeah.
The combination really doesn't matter because it is metal wood, so if one really wanted to break in, one could just cut it up. Anyway, once I got the combination figured out, I can mount it on.
What are you putting in?
the shafts for the hinge. Now, time to try it out. Uh-oh.
Huh? What happened? Oh, there you go.
It was a bit tight. Okay, yes, I think it did work then, I suppose.
Yeah, you did it.
Yes, it does work.
Now I can see all the valuables he keeps in there.
Right, with that out of the way, it is time to address the elephant in the room, which is the plans for this kit. Now, originally when I posted the first video about this combination lock, I was planning to somehow sell the plans for this combination lock online and make some good money from it. But then later on my laptop got re-imaged and I lost the plans for it because I didn't back it up properly, and so I don't actually have the plans right now, and well, I've just been a little bit too lazy to redraw it in CAD again, and so that's gone for now. But because like I have a tinge bit more time now than the past 2 years, I'll probably actually draw the plans up and then post them along with this video for free. Yes, because I really can't be stuffed trying to set up something. Oh yes, there was Patreon. I haven't checked that in a while. I suppose people do kind of pledge. Yeah, it's 0 patrons, but people actually pledge to like get access to the patrons only post, which is where I posted the wooden watch Mark III plans, I think it was. I don't know whether I should continue posting plans on Patreon, because I think there might be some loopholes that people can get around with it. So yeah, check out the link in the description and buy the merch. I mean, check out the plans, and leave a thumbs up, like and subscribe, go to Patreon, yeah, all that fun stuff, and thanks for watching.
Sorry folks, it seems Steven is dying right now. Which means I'm taking over the channel. So this is gonna be a music channel now.